Hey there YouTube, Not So Super Franz here, coming in with what I hope will be a monthly sort of check-in video around about the 3rd Saturday of every month, just to kind of chat just about the channel, what I've put out the past couple of weeks, what's worked well, kind of answer questions, just as a way to kind of engage more with the community and to give you a face to the voice that you get hearing all these incredible videos. So this is mainly just going to be a kind of chill, like, it's a way for me to engage with you guys and just kind of run ideas by you. Like, you can send in questions and just kind of let you guys know what's kind of coming up for the rest of the month and into sort of next month. So we'll start off with the videos that have gone out this month, and we'll kind of go by series. I'm not going to do each video individually unless there's one that's done like really well, because otherwise we'll be here all night. So we'll kind of start off with Final Fantasy. So we have 3 uploads for Final Fantasy 14 in January. So I wouldn't typically kind of throw in random games, but Final Fantasy 14 had a couple of kind of big events. One was Heaven's Turn, which is the New Year event. I decided to do a video on that, and that went over quite well. It was pretty well watched. I had a lovely response. But the main videos I wanted to focus on was for patch 6.3, which, if you're not sure about 14 or don't know what it is, patch 6.3 is one of the big story kind of patches, so there's a lot more MSQ, and that also brought with it a Paladin rework. So I made a video just about Paladin and looking at new dungeon Lapis Manalus. That went over phenomenal. Like, for a video like that to kind of do as well as it did is actually pretty rare, so I was really happy. It got about 160 views in a day, so, and it was all the responses were extremely positive, so I was super happy with that. And then we had the 6.3 trial, which admittedly was kind of out after the hype. It kind of died down for the patch, so I thought I'll get it out, and it actually done alright as well, so I was pretty happy with that. So all in all, 14 was pretty strong. I would like to do more 14 content on YouTube, but the problem with it is it's very tricky to kind of make fun content. You kind of need people to bounce off of, if you know what I mean. Like, trying to do solo content is very boring. Like, and I've found that some of my better 14 videos have been just sort of general playing about. So, like, I mean, one of my most successful videos for 14 recently was me taking on a boss solo with 70% to 0 in a level 90 dungeon. So that done well. Had a bit of backlash, but put it this way: when the 14 community, like, when they like something, they really like it, but then the minority that don't like it will be extremely vocal. So yeah, that's kind of 14 in a nutshell. So overall, I was happy with 14. I thought it done pretty good. Next series, I've got to talk about this because this has been the massive hit, Skyrim. Holy hell, that series is just getting better. So Skyrim is more my comedy series, so I like to try and kind of break up the content. So like, Buy Me and Sleep My Lights Play, House Flippers, my chill videos. Skyrim's more my comedy content, where I can just kind of chill, kind of have a good laugh, kind of, I've got some mods in, and this series is going from strength to strength, massively. First couple episodes were pretty good. The videos that I've got coming out over this week and going into February are probably some of the funniest videos I think I've ever made in this channel, hands down. They are really funny. Like the last episode for this month, which I'll say the title of, and you can take from that what you will. Skyrim, but Sheogorath becomes Dragonborn. It is probably one of the wildest videos I think I've made. It is absolutely hilarious. Like, I loved making it. Like, I was in tears throughout the entire video from laughing, and it was just an absolute joy to record. Like, I came off that recording and I went, this has got to get people kicking in. Like, they're gonna love it. So Skyrim as a whole, brilliant month. I can kind of bring up my stats and statistics. So Skyrim, I think, was actually one of my most watched kind of series. So if we go views, then if we break it down to videos, so content type videos, so Skyrim was, so my most watched video of the month was a Skyrim video. It was Skyrim but Sheogorath joins the Dark Brotherhood. That done really well, and it got a lot of impressions, so it got out quite well. It got 166 views, which is pretty solid. Like, because typically my Final Fantasy 14 content tends to do really well. So for a non-XIV vid to do that good is pretty staggering. As a whole, Skyrim I think got 166 for joining Dark Brotherhood. Can Make Friends got 81, so that done well, and then kind of the other videos got about 30 views, so 30, 60, 220. So it got about 300 views this month, which is really, really good. So I was really happy with Skyrim, and it's definitely coming back for February. There was no way I was dropping this. It was too good to kind of leave out. So I've got 4 more episodes for February, and I'm just gonna kind of say just now, I got a mod for multiple followers. First episode kind of showing it off. Second episode, it broke. Well, that mod didn't break in particular, but one of the mods that I got and putting alongside it broke. It was the Witcher mod. So I had Geralt in my party, but I went to record the video yesterday, and just as I went to record it, I couldn't even load into the game, and it was the Witcher mod completely broke, so I physically could not get to the game. Like, I would load up my file and it would just crash. So because of that, it kind of had a knock-on effect, so I managed to salvage it as best I could, and I still made a good video where I joined the companions. So it was a good laugh, and also got the ejector force kind of magic, which you can basically launch people. It's like the shout, but you don't get fined for it. So like, I'm just launching people everywhere, just like, hi, and just launch them. It's hilarious. Like, you'll love it. So in terms of Skyrim, we have a couple more videos coming up this month. Next week going to be a bit of a bumper week for Skyrim, because I've got 2 videos. This month was very cluttered for videos, I will openly admit. It was a bit of a all over the place one because of 14. So got 2 videos coming out for Skyrim, so by the time this goes out it'll be the 21st, because I'm recording this Friday night. So when you see this, Skyrim's tomorrow. So Skyrim but Sheogorath joins the College of Winterhold. That one is a pretty solid video. It's a bit of a slow burner, but once you kind of get into it, then it starts really getting good. Once I kind of get into the kind of, I think it's Saarthal you go to. Like, once I hit Saarthal, then it starts to get really, really good. So it's a slow burner, but stick with it. Also this week, we have got episode 4 of Biomutant. So we're kind of working towards the first World Eater, and the last episode of this month will be the first World Eater. That I can tell you. And then next, so 26 will be Skyrim but Sheogorath becomes Dragonborn. That's the episode that I really want people to watch. So I'm telling you now, YouTube, watch that episode, get notifications on, you need to watch it. It is hilarious. Like, right from the start, it's an absolute riot. So you will need to watch it. So, enough of Skyrim. Third series, Biomutant. The Biomutant has been very up and down. Episode 1, fantastic, really got well watched. Episode 2, now, I can't put my finger on as to why, but I think, you know, it's YouTube. You'll have videos that do well, and you'll have videos that'll just not do great, and you just can't put a finger on it. So episode 1 got about 1.7 hours watch time, which is okay for a first episode. Episode 2 really just did not do well, and I want to be transparent. I want to take the time here to just be transparent. Episode 2 was awful. It really just did not kick off, and people will see it and go, didn't do that bad, it got 4 less views. The watch time, episode 1, 1.7 hours, episode 2, 0.3. It really dropped, and I don't know why. The kind of general thing that I seen from it was that people were clicking off before I'd even started the gameplay. So, as I say, I don't know why. The only thing I could think of was that people were just going in, clicking like and clicking off, which is something that I've actually tried to discourage. I've put a couple of community posts out about it. Main reason being, YouTube's algorithm is based on watch time. So, if people are going in a video, clicking like and clicking off in the space of 15 seconds, YouTube pushes the video down. That's what happens. That's why things like House Flipper haven't done well, which I'll come on to. Because there's a lot to dig into with House Flipper. So, after episode 2, Biomutant was on the ropes. I wasn't sure if I was going to continue it. Episode 3, done really well. It had not as good as episode 1, but it bounced back really well. Like, it went up to 1.5 watch hours, which is a lot better than episode 2. And I'm hoping that as we kind of get to the end of the month, we've got the first World Eater, that might bring in more people, so hopefully that will go over well. I did say that Biomutant was going to be a 50-50, because it obviously had a lot of hype in December when it was PS Plus, and it's actually held up quite well, and I think it is still pretty well watched on YouTube, so I'm kind of hoping that as we go into February, Biomutant will start kind of click a bit more. So we've got 2 more episodes of Biomutant. So as I said, I've got episode 4, which is on the 24th, and that is going to be kind of getting ready for the first World Eater. And then episode 5 is going to be the 31st of January, last day of January. Episode 5, that is going to be the first World Eater. So that's what to look forward to. And then actually in that week you're going to get another episode of Biomutant, because that's when I'm going to start doing my weekly uploads. So you're going to get episode 5 and episode 6 in quite quick succession, but then after that it's going to be weekly. So again, just try to work out all the little bits. I think February will be a lot better for consistency, because as I say, I'm going to have Skyrim on a Tuesday, Biomutant Thursday, and then Sunday is going to be one-off episodes, which I will talk about in a little bit. I think you guys will really like them. I've got 2 recorded, so I'll kind of chat about them. And then we'll chat just now about House Flipper. This one, I'm quite gutted with House Flipper, and I will be openly honest. House Flipper just didn't do as great as I thought it would, but I think I know why. I think House Flipper, when you kind of take it to the basics, is a very repetitive game. Like, you're doing the same thing every episode. Like, you're either painting a wall, or you're buying stuff, or you're knocking down walls, or plastering, or that. Like, I think that part, the game is just very repetitive, and I think I see why people are maybe not quite as keen to watch it, because it's almost like, oh, he's painting walls again, oh, he's buying stuff again. It's like, I think after 1 or 2 episodes, you basically know what the game's about, and it just gets quite boring. And I will say, it's probably the complete opposite of what I usually do. You know, I'm quite into my open world RPGs, that's why Skyrim's done so well, why Biomutant's been quite strong, is that I prefer my more open world games. So I think that's part of the reason why. It's probably, House Flipper is very difficult to make entertaining when you're just painting walls for 45 minutes. So I think that's why it's not done so great. So we'll see what happens with House Flipper if down the line. So I'll kind of put my series through a process, so I'll have a series going out. If it's maybe not doing so great, I'll shelve it. So it's not cancelled, but it's not getting new content made. I'm going to give it a couple of months for House Flipper, and then if down the line I have a couple of episodes really take off, then it very well may come back. Down the line, might come back like June or something, because maybe people have seen the videos and they're crying out for more. So, but I would only do it if it was like a big demand. So House Flipper as a whole just didn't do great. I think it was averaging like 20 views a video, which compared to a lot of my other stuff, you know, Skyrim I think averaged on a whole around about 80 views a video, and Biomutant averaged 40. So House Flipper was just, it just wasn't getting out, and the impressions on it was not great. So I think House Flipper on average was getting about 500 impressions an episode, which basically suggests that YouTube just was not pushing it. Whereas everything else, like Biomutant was averaging 1,000 an episode, and Skyrim was averaging, I think, 1,500 an episode. I was actually getting more impressions in 2 Skyrim episodes than I did in like 4 House Flippers. So in fact, and even the recent House Flipper episode has just not got off the ground at all. So, like, there's lessons to be learned from House Flipper. Obviously, I tried it, it didn't work. There's not really much I can do. Like, as I said, some videos do well, some will just not take off. So, I'll look at House Flipper, and then it might just be a case that maybe it's just not working, maybe people just aren't interested. We'll put that to the side. And for February, I do have some stuff planned. So that's kind of just been a general summary of the videos. In terms of where we've kind of gone with sub counts, it's been a very big uptick. So at time of recording, I'm actually at 999 subs. So by the time this goes out, I might probably be at 1,000. or YouTube will be YouTube and knock me back like 10 subs, because that's what YouTube does. So considering where I was a month ago, so a month ago I actually hit 1,000 subs on YouTube. I reached 1,020, and then in the space of a couple of days I went from 1,020 to 870. I had a massive sub drop, which I think most people in my position would have just gave up with YouTube there and then. They would be like, nah, I've just lost it. I went from that to below 900 again. So I've bounced back really well. And the big thing that has been the saviour, if you follow me on Twitter, you'll seen it, YouTube Shorts. So I've been posting 3 YouTube Shorts a day, every single day, like just non-stop. And as a whole, I think I actually had a short today do really well, and I got 7 subs from it. And usually I get, like, if a good short maybe gets 1, maybe 2 subs. I've had 2 shorts get me 5+ subs. So hopefully as we go into February, the shorts will keep going, they'll keep rolling, and we'll start to see more subs ticking up. I feel like the Skyrim and Oblivion stuff is what's doing it. Like, so that's part of the reason why I'm keeping Skyrim going, because Skyrim is so outrageous that it can just make some great shots. You know, with the Wabbajack, I mean, I think the big shots I've been doing well has been all the ones where I've had a Dremora. Like, every time I get a Dremora, I just make a short, because it goes, you just see my slow descent into madness over me getting a Dremora every single episode. They can't kill me, but it's almost like, oh, here we go again, Dremora, thanks, okay, thanks again. So it's kind of like that. But the shots are doing amazing. So if you have been watching the shots, thank you. They have been a joy to kind of see. Like, I mean, I'm sitting at my desk sometimes, and then all of a sudden I'll just look up, and then I'll see like 500 views come in just out of nowhere, and I'm going, oh, shot's popped off. I'll check, and it's like, oh yeah, recent shot, perfect. So it is good to see them really pop off. And one of the shots, it was the one with the Lucan Valerius in Skyrim, him turned to a Dremora. That's actually ended up being my most watched short of all time. I'm trying to remember how many views it got. I think it's... is it 2,500 or 3,000? It's got 2,862 views. So just under 3,000 views, which is my most viewed short of all time. And then we've had the reverse pickpocket one from Oblivion. That's the one where I reverse pickpocketed the Countess, I think in... it's not Cheydinhal, Leowyn. And I walked up to it, and she's just walking about, and she's gone, and it's just her falling, and it's brilliant. Dremora one again, Heads of Skyrim problems done well. So the shots have been fantastic. So as I say, I'm going to keep it 3 a day. And for those wondering how many to post per day, no more than 3. Because after 3, YouTube won't put it to some notifications. But then again, I think you don't want to kind of overload the shots, because then you might get 1 or 2 that just won't pop off. So I do 3 a day, and I think it's better. Like, spread them out. So if I've got a video up as well that day, so I'm also going to be keeping the same schedule, Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. So shots, hopefully they'll keep going, and who knows, like, if they can keep going then and keep popping off the way they are. I mean, my goal really for the end of this year is to try and hit 100,000 views lifetime. The way we're going right now, like, I'm approaching 60,000 views already. We've gained just this month, right? So this is just in January, 20,000 views. Just this month alone. I think when did I? So December I kind of started hammering the shots and all that. So kind of tail end of December, I got 8,100 views. January, I'm looking likely to triple it. So that's how massive shots has been for the channel. I love them. They are brilliant. So hopefully they will keep ticking away, and hopefully we'll see some more pop off. So now that's out the way. I've talked about the sub counts. So one of the things that I've been noticing with the videos, I kind of alluded to it earlier, and I want to try and kind of discourage people from doing it. I see why people do it, but I think I've kind of talked about it a couple of times. I feel as if one of the main issues I have with my videos is that people will go on a video, click like and click off, and then it's like, okay, done my bit, that will push videos down. Like, as I said, I'm going to be transparent. If there's something I'm seeing, I'm going to talk about it. So that's happened, and I think that's why Househopper just never took off. A lot of people go on a video, click and like, and then just not bothering to watch. Because, like, I mean, it's had a couple of comments saying, oh, great video. And it's like, yeah, but your watch time doesn't suggest that. So, all I'll say is, if you want, I only want people clicking on the videos if they want to watch it. So, I might get a bit of slack for saying it, I might get folk going, oh, but we're trying to help you. But, at the end of the day, what is helpful is watching the videos. And that's simply it. Like, this isn't me kinda trying to be like, oh, I want more people to watch. This is me basically going, this is what YouTube does. If YouTube sees people not watching it, YouTube basically goes, yeah, not pushing that. It's not worth. So, this is why I'm kind of doing the shorts as well. Because the shorts, I mean, the episode of Skyrim that done real well, the Dark Brotherhood, I had 1 or 2 shorts do well, and that episode got a massive push. That's why it hit massively. So, it's pretty much a mix of the shorts do well. If a short does well, then the video connected to it can do well. So, that's the hope. I don't know what else there is really to talk about, so I guess we'll talk about February. Oh yeah, I have talked about the one-offs. So February, the way February is working, Tuesday Skyrim, Thursday Biomutant, Sundays is going to be 4 one-off videos. The way these videos are going to work is they're going to be like an episode 0. So they'll be good on their own, but have the potential to expand into a full series. So I have picked 4 games. 2 of them recorded already. I've got the Outer Worlds, and that's going to be a 0 IQ playthrough, or low, below average intelligence playthrough, where you get unique dialogue choices, you can do some dumb things, and there's a unique ending that you get if you have low intelligence, which I'm not going to say, I don't want to spoil it, but if that gets made into a full series, then the end goal will be to get that ending. Second video will be Kingdom Come Deliverance. Now, I've actually got a KCD video on my channel already, so you might be thinking, am I just doing it again? With KCD, that video I done was a Twitch stream. So this, if I was to make it into a full series, would basically go like Skyrim. It'd be very similar to Skyrim. It wouldn't be a full-on playthrough, it'd just be me doing some dumb things. Like, maybe trying to kill a town, or like, maybe becoming a crime lord. Like, I feel like that'd be a quite fun one. Like, Kingdom Come Deliverance, but Henry becomes a crime lord. He starts stealing stuff and selling it all off to all the millers and making a lot of money. Because there's that. I know ways to make money in that game. It's absurd. Like, I made a fortune off Millipeshik, so I know a good way. So if you want to see a video of that, then get watching KCD when it comes out. That episode will be out. I've actually got the date already for it. KCD will come out. So Outer Worlds will be the 5th of February. KCD will be the 12th. So those are what the 2 videos, and then I've got 2 more one-offs to record. One's going to be Dauntless. I'm still kind of deciding what I want to do for Dauntless. I don't know if I want to just do an escalation or a couple of escalations and just kind of basically make it like I'm terrible at the game, or if I maybe do like patrols, one or the other. So I'll see how I feel about it. I'll try kind of pencil down some ideas, because like, again, I feel like the online games are very difficult to kind of do for content. Like, because I mean, Outer Worlds and KCD, they are story-driven games. They are very easy to make content in. Online stuff like Dauntless 14, I've talked about, can be a bit of a challenge, because they're just very, like, they're very other player reliant on the comedy. If you have friends, then it makes it easier to make content, because then you bounce off each other. That's why a lot of the top 14 videos on YouTube are basically like raid groups, like Raid Statics and all that. Like, off the top of my head, Nest. Like, they do well because it's basically a group of friends just bouncing off each other, and it works. So the last video will be Payday 2. This one will be a 50-50. I'm not sure on Payday. I played it once. I bought it like years and years ago and never got around to playing it, so I'm going to give that a try, see how that goes. If it goes well, then that'll probably be a series not for March, but maybe April, depending on how other things get on. But yeah, in terms of other content, I'm starting to pencil down ideas. I've been thinking about The Evil Within, which I was been watching kind of a couple of Evil Within videos, and it kind of got me thinking. I've not finished it for PS4. Played it in PS3. In fact, I've actually still got the game like there. Kind of see it on the shelf. Got the first game for PS4. Never finished it. I have beaten the second one on PS4. I quite enjoyed it. I quite like the open world kind of element to it. So I think maybe down the line, maybe August, September, or even October for Spooky Month, I might do Evil Within. See how that goes. So I'm keeping my options open, and I will say as well that you guys are more than welcome to kind of recommend any games for me, or if you have like any like ideas, games you want me to try out, be sure to send them my way, either in YouTube comments, or you can get me on Twitter at NotSoSuperFraz. So I'm open to anything. I'll just make it clear now. Hogwarts Legacy, no. Saying it now for reasons. Like, one, I wouldn't be able to play the game even if I wanted to. I don't have PS5, and I think it's only out on PS5. And PC and Xbox One. No, Xbox Series S. I've got an Xbox One here. So I'm not sure if Hogwarts Legacy is going to be out on those platforms, but either way, I wouldn't be playing it, because I'm just not interested in it. It looks meh, at best. And plus, nothing will tear me away from 14. Like, put it this way, Kingdom Come Deliverance was my second most played game last year, 72 hours. 14, I had nearly 2,000 in a year. So, try to tear me away for 14. I'd like to see you try. So yeah, I think that is about it, kind of covered. I think I've got everything. I've talked about the one-offs, so with the one-offs, if a particular video does well, then I'll maybe make it a full series. If maybe Biomutant starts to suffer a bit, then I might put it in a full series there. If two of them take off and Biomutant suffers, then it could be a case that Outer Worlds could be a series and KCD could be a series on Sunday. So I'm really trying to kind of keep options open for videos, because I want to try and do stuff that I think people will enjoy. Like, I don't want to start bending knee to an algorithm, or kind of being like, oh, this game's popular, you need to do that. Like, stuff like 14, I made that video because I really wanted to, and it went over quite well, and people could see that I made that video because I really wanted to, because I loved it. And I will say, Paladin might be my main tank now as a result of that video, because I've been messing around in Paladin and I really like it. It's kind of divided opinion. Some people like the old rotation, some people like this one. Me personally, I love it, because I've been playing it a lot. Like, I played it in raids, and I was MT for them, and I was just playing Paladin to absolute perfection, and I'm like, why am I not playing this more? So I've actually got my Paladin kitted out for Savage. I've got it at 620 level. I've done a couple of Stone Sky Seas, one in Paladin, one in Reaper, one in Summoner, and Summoner I barely passed it. Reaper I passed it with about 20 seconds, and Paladin I passed for P5S. So I might do some Savage stuff, possibly. I might do some Savage videos. I'll see what people say. If you do want to see that, let me know. The only thing is, I don't have a static or a group. I suppose I could chat with friends in FC and kind of do that, because I'm in Shenpai's FC, so I could maybe see if some of them are kind of keen to run it, and then if they are, then I could do a video for it. Maybe do like P5S clear vid, P6S clear vid, P7S clear vid, and P8S clear. Maybe not the P8S, because I think that's, if I recall, P8S is door boss, so you've got to do one phase and then you've got a second bit to fight, so we'll see about that. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But all in all, folks, I really just want to say thank you for all the support, particularly in the past month. The channel is performing the best it ever has been. So I've been posting on YouTube now, but I think, in fact, let me tell you when my first video was. It was a Fallout 3 video. So Fallout 3, it was a human pinata. So my first ever video on YouTube was published 30th of September 2012. So that is just over 10 years ago now. So I've been posting here for over 10 years, and this is the best my channel's ever performed by a long way. Like, views are on the up, like subs, we're nearly at 1,000. I can actually tell you right now, we're on 999. So like my sub count's kind of been going up and down during the video, but we're at 999. So we'll probably hit for tomorrow, but I'm gonna give it a day or two just to make sure the dust settles and it stays. And then once it's definitely stayed, then I'll kind of announce it. Hey, I've hit 1,000, and then I might do something special for it. I'm not sure yet. Either that, or I might do like a sort of community challenge. I was kind of thinking about Final Fantasy 12. Like, I've got a video on Final Fantasy 12 where I've done an All Machinist party run. I might do a poll on YouTube, and I might say, finish this title. Can you beat Final Fantasy 12 with A? And then with an all, then either Monk Party, Black Mage Party, etc. So one of those options, and then whatever wins, I'll do that. Because I've been wanting to do one of these challenge runs for a long time. I've done a White Mage Party, and it actually did do quite well. I think I got to Draklor Laboratory in that, so... And then I kind of had to stop because the music in the game really glitched out and it was painful to listen to. So yeah, I think that'll do it for me. I think I've talked about everything. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe. You've seen my face now, so please don't be afraid. If I've scared you off, then I really do apologise. But yeah, I'm Scottish, this is my face. Like, deal with it. So yeah, next video will be tomorrow when this goes out. And that'll be Skyrim. 2 Skyrims this week. You've got Biomutant as well. So keep an eye on those, and as I said, keep an eye out for the last Skyrim. It's an absolute riot. So yeah, in terms of what else is to come this month, well, for next month, got Dauntless, we've got Skyrim, but Sheogorath's army become murder, so continue Dark Brotherhood, and then I might start Thieves Guild. So I've got a few ideas. Like with the Skyrim, I can take it in any direction I want, so I'm just kind of doing what I feel like doing, and I think that's going to work really well for me personally. But yeah, I think that's all from me. I hope you guys liked that little insight into kind of how I decide things and kind of, you know, how I work things, how I figured out what videos I want to do and what kind of is getting shelved. So yeah, hopefully by the time this goes out, I'll have 1,000 subs. We are like right there. I mean, I'm staring at my laptop screen right now. It says 999. It's right there. I'm like, please just tick up. So yeah, hopefully we'll hit 1,000. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. This little kind of chat, this monthly thing. I'm going to try and make it every third Saturday of every month. Because it's kind of, by that point, most of the videos has gone out for the month. And then there's still something to come. I didn't want to do it at the end of the month because I felt as if it was like going to be too rushed. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I will see you in, well, I'll see you for this monthly check-in next month. So don't miss my face too much till then. And as I said, Skyrim video tomorrow. So it's Scottish Winterhold. Enjoy it. I will catch you guys in the next one. Catch you later, my friends.